Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. For nearly a century, this venue has stood on the grounds of the Texas State Fair. Glad to have you with us from the Cotton Bowl. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Howie Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. He believes so strongly in this wide receiver. He has been in the top 5 all season in receiving yards. Nobody can cover this guy. We've seen every type of different defense, bracket, zone. Nobody has been able to stop him this year. Let's see if he's able to have his...
The Sooners will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns offense will take the field first. You guys know I love the history of this stuff. Texas is threatening to put together a run unlike any they've had since the 50s, David.
Texas has been dominating this series, and I can tell you this from college. We had some rivals that we played with that we lost to consistently. Coaches that week got so tight, so tense, it made a big difference, Palmer.
Well, I'll tell you, this winning streak by Texas has had a major impact on the football program, too. Of course, the fans have been bragging, Bevo's strutting. These coaches' salaries, they've gone up because they've been able to win these games and dominate their rival, Oklahoma, time and time again.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking for room, it's Henderson. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. So after getting nabbed for holding, it's 2nd and long. Arch is going to throw for it. Throws quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll send the back in motion. Arch going to spin it again. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The Sooners offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And now we get a look at Torrey Blaylock. Last time out, scored a touchdown just under 100 yards in their victory.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Jackson will throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Sooners will call on their punt team. Searching for space. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Finds his target. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. Second and long here. Manning with a play fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
They'll try to move the chains on this third and long from the 50. Manning from the gun on third down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
The Longhorns decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to take it back. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Jackson gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Napier. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Napier. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Sells to fake. Look out! Under heat, he gets rid of it.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Finds his big tight end. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Wants to throw it. Snags it over the middle. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Tight end now in motion. That's caught. It's Napier. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. He'll keep it on 2nd down.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Got his man. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. The Sooners will try to pick it up on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Arch Madness. They're all over it. He's going to run it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Play action, here's Manning. Quickly out to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Play action on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Out wide right, it's Napier. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Left side, it's Napier. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Follows his blocks. It's Blaylock. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. This is the essence of rivalry games, the big moments that you just say a few words and everybody remembers where they were when it happened. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is four-down territory. Sends it back in motion. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Turns it upfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Handoff to the single back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run him again. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this third and long from the 20. Jackson will throw. He'll get rid of it. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And this one is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Lockett. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get the... Makes the grab in their space. He's at the 50. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. They give it back to him. Quick spin on the run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They would have needed a boomer from here, a 55-yard field goal attempt, so instead they'll go for it on 4th down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. The give on the counter. He's got enough. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Jackson gonna throw it. Lucky to get it off. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there, this guy should be an impact player day one.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Snapped on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going. Give running right. It's Robinson. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Tells the run, wants to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Robinson. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Walker. Ball's out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Oh, man, how about that? You get your first carry. You're so excited, trying to make a difference, trying to make a play, trying to prove yourself, and you coughed it up. That's not a good start. First carry to fumble and give it to the other team.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a 1st down at the 22. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Manning fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Wingo. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
To the air, it's Manning. Got his man. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. In traffic, it's Townsend. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first. Makes a grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. And guys, that field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Jackson will throw. Makes the grab down the middle.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
These corners going to give them some space. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's start with a look at the Kennesaw State Owls taking on the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. And it's the Owls off to the early 7-0 lead here in the first half in what's been a great defensive performance. Now over to your game inside the Cotton Bowl. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Sells to run, looking to pass. Caught over the middle. It's McIntyre. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. After the 9-yard completion, the playbook wide open on 2nd and 1. Caught in the backfield, it's Napier. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Jackson gonna throw it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here's Arch to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Smothers.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
Drives inside. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Manning. A strike downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
Throwing Manning. Fires immediately. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Nice to have the doink work in your favor every now and then, off the left upright and through. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll give it to Robinson. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Jackson will throw. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their 1st pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Kick is in the air. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. To throw, Manning. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. It's Townsend. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. This time they'll throw it. Finds his man. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. The Longhorns are flying down the field. Wants to throw on 1st. He's got it. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll give it on the counter. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Keeps it himself. This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that 3rd down. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Extending the play. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They'll move the tight end. Manning on play action. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Jackson gonna throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. Brings it in down the left side. There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Sooners.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Deep in the end zone, it's Lockett. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Manning with a play fake. Throws it deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Second and long here. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Another incompletion on third down. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Catches it at the 30. No room to bring it back. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Hands it off on the counter. Spins away from the defender. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. It's first and 10 for this offense from the 42. Jackson will throw. Got his man on the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Caught. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up second and 4. The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. Keeps it moving. It's Blaylock. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. Burrowing for yardage. Shakes off the defender. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. As we head to the fourth quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Here's a give to Robinson. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Grab behind the line. It's Napier. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Right side, it's Thomas. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll run it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the back. Jackson gonna throw it. Swings it out to his running back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, here's Robinson. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Nowhere to go. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Here's Xavier Robinson. Knocked down immediately. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. They send the tight end in motion. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Texas offense. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Makes the catch but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smothers. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Tight end now in motion. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab, it's Townsend. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. On the run, it's Smothers. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Here's Manning to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. On his way back from the 20. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Snares it outside, it's Blaylock. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Jackson will throw. Big hit knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. Making his first move. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Arch is going to throw for it. Left side, it's Wingo. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Play action, here's Manning. Here comes the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top on second down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Manning from the gun on third down. Fires toward the end zone. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. He's taking a deep shot. Touchdown, Texas! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
They'll try to tack on an extra point here deep in the game. And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. He'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Jackson gonna throw it. He wants a big play here late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Second down, gonna throw it. He's got the back in the middle. Makes a guy miss, and finally brought down at about the 25. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Slings it downfield. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Robinson. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And I'm okay with the run there. Like, that's a good idea. Like, getting a new set of downs, it's fourth down. The clock doesn't matter if you can't get a first down here. Nice execution. Now let's get in the hurry.
Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Out wide left, it's Napier. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. This one's complete. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Jackson will throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Out of the backfield, he's open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. Drops back on first down. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. This game always brings out the best in both teams, but today, Jesse, Texas' best was a little better.
And this is a win for them that's going to help their recruiting. Coaches are going to get paid for, but most importantly, David, Texas gets bragging rights for another whole year.
A whole year of bragging. And a whole year of telling OU fans, you're not as good as us. You can throw up the hook 'em horns. You can do it with pride. A lot on the line every year in the Red River rivalry.
It may not be a crown, but it's a hat, and it is golden. In this latest edition of the Red River rivalry, it goes to Texas. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Until next time, that'll do it for this edition of EA Sports College Football. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.